Yeah, I know Isabella, yes, oh yes. Happy test taker. What do you mean, what's going
Yeah,
on?
you were super chatty in the group chat really early, and I was like, she's so good.
Yeah.
She is just on her shit.
All right, here we go.
Inspiring.
So this is
Psych.
a practice test. Here we go, boom. So what do you see?
Red blood cells.
Red blood cells, so there can only be 3 organisms that can be, which are the 3?
Trypanosoma,
Trypanosoma,
Plasmodium.
Plasmodium,
And the one with
the
Schistosoma.
one with the D,
Adrofilaria.
Dirofilaria.
This is the T
Well, because this is approximately 2 to 3 times the size of the erythrocyte, so what is the genus? Trypanosoma. If I told you that this was actually isolated from a patient from Arizona, what would be this? Cruci, very good. What is the infectious disease or the clinical significance that it causes?
Chagas disease,
Chagas disease. What is the class of the organism?
Euglenozoa.
Glenozoa, very good. Right? How come this is gonna be hard?
I didn't know any of that stuff.
I'm looking at my notes.
Oh. Tram, I was feeling good and now all of a sudden I'm back down, back in the
But
ground.
you said that it was isolated from a patient from Arizona? I thought it was in South America.
Any of the Americas.
Okay, so all Americas.
That's the
So I sometimes get these late night messages from Isabella. Is it Trypanosoma brucei or Cruz or Gambia? I'm like, I said, it's 12 o'clock at night. She's sending me this little text. I'm like, and I'll say, I know what is fine. And then she'll come back and she'll say, thank you. That's it. I mean, that's it. Yep.
So it was Dirofilaria,
What about it?
and then Trypanosoma, the 3 bloodborne, so it was
Plasmodium, Dirofilaria, and Trypanosoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam, you got the printout?
I have it somewhere.
It's at the bottom of the printout, like you put a little sentence on the bottom.
What about the sheet?
I don't.
Schistosoma,
Schistosoma?
Yeah.
So I've never showed it to you in blood. I've always kind of showed
So we're
you.
not gonna really cut the blood.
He said cruci.
The only 3 you're gonna see in blood are Plasmodium, Dirofilaria, and Trypanosoma. That's
It
it.
was on that review that you
I
were sharing.
know, and it is a blood fluke, but I've never shown it to
Okay,
you in blood, so I'm not gonna do
So
it.
Trypanosoma,
Although
Plasmodium,
Isabella probably wants me to, because she's like,
No,
I
I
need a challenge. All your exams have been too easy.
Oh, God.
No.
No.
She's like, God.
No.
Oh, looky here.
Crab louse.
It's, no, it's not a crab louse that you're playing.
body louse,
Body louse.
louse.
What's the genus? Pediculans, very good. What's the class?
fit,
Insect.
Because it has 6, right?
Very good. Oh, looky here. Flat side and a round side.
Enterobus,
Interrobus, very good. Class. Nematode stage of development.
Ova.
Oh,
Baby.
how come this is gonna be hard? Right? What's the common name for Interrobus?
pinworm,
Pinworm. What is the clinical significance?
prolapse rectum, itchy bum.
Prolapse rectum
Oh,
is
yeah.
like way like terrible. Itchy bum. Itchy bum. Okay? Questions? Okay, now,
Crab louse.
crab louse, very good. Genus,
Gyrus,
Phtharis, very good. What is the class? Insect. Okay, looky here. So you can appreciate
Oh,
that
yeah.
these things here look like
Yeah.
a hand, a brush, or a broom. The mycelia itself, is it septate or aseptate?
septate,
Septate. What are these things called? Phyalides. What are these things called?
conidia,
Conidiospores. What is the genus?
Penicillin.
What's the class?
Uh,
Ascomycota. Why is this gonna be hard? I don't get it.
Because there's so much.
I'm gonna get the answer to that.
There's more stuff in A and P too.
That's happening too. All this is happening.
Oh.
This is all true.
Can you point to the,
Phyalides.
that is on the left side?
Phyalides on the left side, right there.
It's like the base of it, yeah.
It's like the fingers.
That's a little confusing. I
Okay,
think
why?
I would call them, it's just at the base because of Parts of the chordidians look like more.
Taylor has spoken. Let's leave it like that, okay? Questions?
Well, because it's not really solid, like the far right one.
That's the
on our
smooth
picture,
one.
There's like a solid piece in there.
It doesn't look like it.
So looky here, a very large organism. What are these things right here?
Suckers.
What is this thing right here?
Skull.
What are the little segments called?
Proglottis.
And so this is a large organism, only has suckers. What's the genus and the species?
Taenia saginata.
Taenia saginata. Tapeworm is a common name, no play. So now what is the common name?
Beef tapeworm.
Beef
Yeah,
tapeworm.
beef tapeworm.
Very good. Class,
Uh,
stage of development.
Adult.
Monaceous or dioecious?
Monaceous.
Monaceous.
Let's just stop right now and just like not do it anymore.
No.
I mean, you guys are way too good at this. It's not even any fun. Isabella's like, taking a break. Oh, looky here.
Ah.
Common name,
Bedbugs.
bedbug, genus.
Cymex.
Wait, what?
There's space.
Cymex.
Space.
Huh?
No, saying there's space somewhere.
Okay. Here, look at the matrix. Appreciate you've got nice margins and you have several different orbs inside its stage of development.
Ova.
Ova.
Ova, class,
Nematode.
nematode, genus,
Necator.
Necator, common name of Necator.
Oh,
Hookworm, very good. Questions? Oh, this is hard.
Dysentery. That's four.
It does cause dysentery, that's true.
Is it amoeba?
Entamoeba histolytica. Wow, this is hard, you all. And you picked it up like that because most people will start calling nuclei and they go, it has too many nuclei. But you guys picked because it's amorphous. What a beautiful thing. 1 point for everybody on the practice.
Yay!
Okay, looky here.
Cilia.
I'm not gonna say anything. Tell me what you know.
There's cilia around it. It can be like 3 of them.
3 of them.
It can be based off of 3.
Oh, but it has a macronucleus.
Oh wait, never mind. It has cilia.
It has a macronucleus.
What's micronuclei?
That macronucleus.
Balantidium.
Balantidium. What stage of development?
Ova.
No, it's got cilia.
Oh my God, sis.
No, it's not a cyst.
Trophozoite.
It's a trophozoite. It's got
Oh
cilia,
yeah,
right? It's got cilia. All right, male or female?
That one
yeah.
is a male.
Male, that is correct. Remember, the rules of the worm world, the female is always bigger except for schistosoma, right? So-
Isn't this the one with the hook too?
Yeah,
Like
it's got a
the
little
male
hook right
has
there.
more of a hook.
So, stage of development,
Adult.
Adult.
class,
Ascaris. Oh no.
No, it's
Just
nematode.
nematode.
Don't say roundworm, that's common, right? So, monaceous or dioecious?
Dioecious.
How do you know?
There's one female one.
Well then, why are we even studying if you know everything?
No, because this is a lot.
Because this is a certain effect.
What is the clinical significance of this organism?
It's stuck the intestinal tract.
Intestinal blockage. Good. Oh, what is this thing called right here?
Foot cell.
Foot cell. Genus.
Aspergillus.
Oh, the Aspergillus. Wait, no, as genus, and then the class is Ascomycota.
Yes, Aspergillus is the genus. Ascomycota is the class. So let's just pause for a minute and reflect. If we're looking at classes and we're looking at anything fungus, not yeast, mold, it can only be Zygomycota or Ascomycota. That's it. So if you see a fungus, a mold, it's a 50-50 chance. But really, there's only one organism that's Zygomycota. So if you don't know, guess Ascomycota.
Zygomycota is the one where it's just like the little budding, like very
Little,
simple.
it is a rhizopus only.
Oh, rhizopus, and that
Common
one's
bread
more.
It's
Right.
called
It has
Saccharomyces.
like
That's
some
a
of the
yeast.
the rhizome.
Or we're talking about molds,
Root. I have a weird.
like this, look.
Like a root-like rhizome.
Okay, now let's talk about protozoans. So for protozoans, there could be 5 different classes. So if you think about them, they are Archaeozoa, Euglenozoa, Amoebozoa, Pseudophora, and Apicomplexa. Now put a little bit of descriptor by each one of those, right? For the Archaeozoa, ancient guys have flagella and mitochondria. Euglenozoa, modern guys, mitochondria, flagella. Amoebozoa,
Pseudopods.
Yeah.
right? Psilophora, cilia. And Apicomplexa, they don't move.
They don't. They're.
And if you do that, then everything else falls into place. But that's the way you gotta think about it logically. I know you're already doing this because you know all the answers already, but I'm just trying to get you to see that this could be the easiest practical you ever took. Because there's no critical thought with this stuff. It's memorization. And you know how much I hate that. Right? But this is all it is. It's my gift to you. It's the easiest practical thing.
I don't know, that number 2 practical was crushed it.
And that was difficult.
So I went downhill ever since.
The number 2, I know what you're talking about.
So-
I did the same thing, like a 95.
Nowhere to go.
The metazoans are even easier because they all end with oda. And there's 3 of them. Trematode, Cestoda, Nematode. Done. Now let's put a little descriptor. Trematode are flukes, flatworms, flukes. Cestoda are
Tapeworm.
flatworm, tapeworm. And Nematode are
True worm.
true worm, roundworm. Done. And then the other 2, I don't even know if we should even mention. There's only 2. Insecta, Arachnida, and what's the difference?
Legs.
Insecta,
6
6
legs.
legs, Arachnida,
8 legs.
I'll drink to that.
Right, so the bed bug is Silex?
Yep.
And the 2 different louses, there's the crab one and the.
And the body.
And
The body is pediculans, and the crabby is Phtharis. Phtharis, Phtharis. Phtharis.
For the scabies, can we just write S period scabii?
No, because remember, by rule, you only have to know the
Genus.
genus. So I need Sarcoptes. It's such a beautiful word, Sarcoptes.
It's easy.
You need a challenge, you know how it is.
Have you ever heard of sarcoptic mange in dogs?
My
Yeah.
whole life has been a challenge.
All right, here you go. Oh, no. Oh, looky here. What's this?
Ingrid.
The kite.
Why did you say no?
Oh,
on the
Jardia.
last
Because this is so easy, I don't want to even
one?
bring
So
it
you
up.
asked for Gillis again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would I, like, if you know it already, Samantha, why would I want to
I
ask
just
you?
wanted to make sure I
Okay,
knew what I
good.
was looking at.
All right, now looky here. What are these things here?
Sucking
Oh,
disc.
This.
Sucking disc, right? Genus,
Giardia.
Giardia. Stage of development. No, there's no adult here. Trophozoa. So, and the, and the class,
Archaeozoa.
true or false, these organisms have mitochondria?
False.
And what is the clinical significance?
Dysentery.
Beaver fever?
Fever
Oh.
fever is okay, but dysentery is easier. Okay, what do you see?
This is a
No blood.
Pseudohyphae and budding.
Pseudohyphae and,
Budding.
Budding.
so what is it?
Yeast.
Candida.
albicans. Candida albicans. It is a yeast, but I'm gonna ask for genus and it's Candida, right? So, give me one of the several different clinical manifestations. Thrush,
Vaginitis.
vaginitis.
Strawberries are.
No, that's trichomonas. Okay, good? Oh, didn't show you
Oh, yeah,
that.
what's this?
What is that? I was wondering.
That's the Zygotorhizopus. Oh, amorphous.
Entamoeba.
Entamoeba, histolytica. Stage of development.
Cis.
Tram.
Cis?
What was that? Cis, no it's not, because it has
Is
one,
it tropho?
it has one
Oh,
nucleus.
it says
There's a
nucleus.
one
It's got
nucleus.
trophozoa.
It's a troph. I said amorphous.
Can't it be Entamoeba coli?
Except I told you there would be no Entamoeba coli,
Okay.
because it's very confusing to try to distinguish the two. And I don't really care about Entamoeba coli, why? It's a commensal.
So we're not gonna go over Entamoeba coli at all.
I can cross them out.
How do you not remember me saying that, Kay?
I'm
So
sure it's
much
on my, I
training.
can't
Oh,
read
it's,
it.
oh, bad, oh, okay.
My
There will be no
computer-
Entamoeba coli, there will be no paramecium, They're really boring.
What about, Saccharomyces cerevisiae?
No.
No?
Wait, which
They'll
one's
be
not
just
gonna be
yeast.
on there?
Just yeast.
Sorry.
Any of the commensals.
Any of the
Just
commensals?
obvious.
I need to make a mental note.
These two will not be on there.
Correctamundo. There's so many other organisms that it
Wait,
could
which
be. Entamoeba coli, paramecium.
Are any of these guys on this with the NA, so they're not gonna be on here?
So I might show you Amoeba proteus, but only because it's got really great soup color. Alright.
It might
You
not
said
be.
no paramecium coded?
I was just comparing
No,
two
I
different
mean,
ones.
oh, do you want me
From
to
the
do that?
slideshow. It's
No.
not.
No.
I mean, I wanna make you happy.
Okay, just to
No
clarify.
commensals, no commensals
Okay.
at all, right?
So with this interamoeba.
Isabella spoken.
With the interamoeba, the trophozoite stage only has one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go on. Oh, looky here.
Just did, yeah.
That's true, that's a common name. What is the genus?
Amblyoma.
Amblyoma. What is the class?
Arachnid.
Arachnida. Right.
I want you to know how much you know to spell and
If you get close, right. Amblyoma, if you give me Oklahoma, it's gonna be okay. But if you give me Utah, it's gonna be wrong, okay?
No, there's another.
I'm gonna write that.
Let me see the insects. Like,
No, they're not there.
They're not.
They're not there because, hey guys, this is a true story. When I was online, there was so much cheating going on that I had to curtail it. And so the reason I curtailed it is I just added so many questions that nobody got the same exam. So I would write 500 questions for each exam, you would get 60 of them, and even though I knew group me was going on, it wouldn't help, right? And so I could test their true knowledge. And I would just switch a little word here or there, and it would change everything. So I know, because I handle all the complaints, how much cheating was going on during that time. And there was some instructors that it was just horrendous. And even though they knew it, they were too freaking lazy to do anything about it. It pissed me off. Am I being,
Say this out loud.
just gotta be careful. I was gonna start mentioning them, but I'm not going to, although you know who they are. Yep.
Do you want us to know the Chelicera and the Hypostone? No.
Would you like to?
No.
No.
I'm just checking, because I mean, I can make that happen if you, those are really beautiful words.
No, I can't even pronounce them.
I know how you like to be challenged.
What is it? Can you say it louder for the recording?
What is
So I
that?
gotta have to go back over this.
Oh, this is
Where is it?
amblyoma.
Oh, Isabella's question.
Oh,
We're not
you
gonna
don't need
have
to know you don't need to know any of the parts of the tip,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's go on. Oh, what do you see?
I see budding.
Budding and?
Pseudohyphae.
Pseudohyphae, what is it?
Candida.
Candida. Okay, this is Isabella's favorite organism.
Six? Six,
This is Sarcoptes.
Scabies.
Scabies.
That's scabies.
Class.
Sarcop, no,
Arachnid.
arachnic.
Maybe where to go?
No, not you, right?
Oh. Oh, so here, it's perfectly round with several nuclei. What is the genus?
Amoeba.
Into amoeba. Good.
Histolytica.
We're not gonna have coli, so that this, right. So if it's just into amoeba, see how I'm playing with the word here? So I want you to know that at least 4 nuclei round is the cyst.
And there's another one with an ova with 4 nuclei, but it
That's
was oval.
Giardia.
That's Giardia.
That's Giardia. But the morphology is so different.
Jen, we do need to
Okay.
know
Which one is that one?
So we do need to know.
this. Histolytica.
No, you need to know that
Entamoeba
one.
histolytica.
The coli, not the coli.
I think it's just
Yeah,
Entamoeba.
Somebody had a question?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because I was.
Because the other one was amoeba.
By rule,
Yeah,
you
amoeba
guys,
proteus.
you guys
Yeah.
moved,
'Cause I
you
was looking at
second,
which
and
one
you
we got.
motioned
So
that
this
you
one
would
we got.
only need to know the genus,
Okay.
except for those organisms that have multi-representations.
Yes.
which are Tania and Trypanosoma.
Okay, so for Antimongo, we just need to.
Antimongo, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good deal.
That's a very good
Don't
deal.
overthink it, Isabella.
I am.
She's
not-
already doing that. I'm gonna get a note at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Didn't you
What's the
say-
difference of?
Didn't you say beginning of semester that you're up all night and we might get emails
I
from
am
you at
all
like
up all
2
night.
a.m.?
Wait, didn't we also say?
Your wife's like, who is that? And you're like, oh, it's just Isabella.
Oh.
Who is Isabella?
Yeah, well, no, if I say it's a student, she says, oh, okay.
This one we don't
But, you know, sometimes I have my alarm on my phone, and at, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning, she goes,
I never text at 2 a.m.
no, other students do.
Oh, okay. I think like 10 p.m. is my cutoff. Sometimes I'll text and I'm like, oh no, and I look at the time.
It's okay, I mean, it's
Okay, where did
okay.
you sign up this?
All right, let's go, oh, looky here.
It's interactive.
It is arachnid. What is it?
Triggers.
Chigger. Remember, we said that we only needed to know the common name for the chigger because the genus is awfully hard to say.
Okay, so we should, oh, good, great.
Well, I mean, do you wanna go back?
No.
Well, I mean, come on.
Don't they have
Is it
the
insect?
two small feet? Are those on the front? Okay.
You can't see them here.
So we just look for the coloration essentially.
It's gonna be red,
Yeah.
because as Tay will remind you,
Red bugs.
they call them red bugs.
So Trigger, Insecta, and then we're not doing the genus?
We're not doing the genus, unless you want to.
No.
No.
We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, looky here, perfectly round macronucleus.
Valentidium.
Valentidium, can only be Valentidium, it's the only one that has a macronucleus.
Valentidium.
Stage of development. Cyst. No ova, there are no ova in the protozoans. Okay, class,
Ciliophora.
Celophora.
That's what I figured too. I'll say it like that.
Oh, how cute he is.
Little nice.
Click, click.
Giardia.
Trichomonas, not trichinosis.
Trichomonas?
Trichomonas. So, class, Archaeozoa. See clinical significance?
Strawberry service.
STI. Or trichomoniasis, right? Good. True or
Did you
false
say
is,
strawberry cervix?
that's a symptom, but I would take it as a clinical significance because it is clinically significant. So if you wanna stay strawberry cervix, you wanna write those two long words, you can feel free to do that, okay?
so long, strawberry.
Okay. What else was I gonna say? Oh,
True.
true or false, this organism has a cystate.
No.
False.
Cystate.
Go straight
What
to
are these
the-
things?
Pseudopods.
Pseudopod.
Oh.
Genus.
Eighties.
Genus.
Genus,
80s.
80s.
Oh,
Eighties, yeah, the striped legs, right?
Genus.
We just saw this.
Is it a kite or?
You can't say we just had it.
It's the trichomonas.
Oh, well, so we didn't talk about fleas, so no
No.
fleas. Oh, genus,
Anopheles.
Anopheles, it's a little rotund dude.
Culex.
No, it's not Culex.
Culex is tiny, right?
Culex is
Is
little.
this chunky?
Culex.
This one is rotund and chunky, yeah.
Culex
Chunky,
reminds
so
me of like the typical like emoji.
Anopheles?
I was like cute.
Or the Trichomonas,
Yeah.
do we have to know the sticker thing? I forgot the name of it.
Axial style, would you like to know that?
No.
What? No. Wait, what?
Yeah, it might be extra credit.
Okay.
What was it?
Axial style,
Axel style?
What is it?
What is that?
What is that?
this is the axial style.
This what causes the strawberry cervix.
Correct.
Debbie, how do you spell it?
How do you spell
It's
Axel?
very easy,
STYLE.
that's correct.
Wait, where
Is
is
that the
it?
rise of?
Axostyle.
No, this is
AXO
aspergillus.
STYLE.
Yeah. I'm just not, I'm being mean here,
And
no,
what is it?
I'm not showing you the foot cell, I would never, I would always show you the foot
If
cell.
you look at the picture of strawberry cervix and you look at the organism, it has a little.
Let's be cockish.
Puncture?
Yes, Tram?
For aspergillus, is it conidiospore or conidio chains?
Yes, either one is fine.
So can we say just Conidospore then?
Yes,
So it's conidiospore and then conidiophore
Canidiophore is the stalk.
is the
entire
stalk,
thing.
okay.
Okay? All right. Oh,
That's a
looky,
Kulak.
This is
That's a
Kulak.
cutie, look at him.
This is cute.
That's a cool guy.
It is
C-U,
Kulaks.
cute, C-U,
L-E-X.
Q-L-E-X. Yeah.
Kulaks.
Kulaks.
I like mosquito. Oh, looky here.
I see two suckers.
Oh, yeah, there is.
No, there's four.
Giardia.
Not, they're not suckers, they're nuclei.
Giardia.
This is Giardia. This is the cyst.
Huh. Okay, I gotta see that one.
Okay. What do we see?
I see malaria
You
growing.
do see malaria.
Wait, so you said
Because
Giardia
it's
has 4
inside.
nuclei, so can you show me those?
I got one here, there's 2, 3, 4.
Is that
So
all?
remember, you're looking at this in one plane, but these are three-dimensional organisms. So
I
you,
only see 3.
in the case where I would show you something like this, I would be sure to tell you some way or another that it has 4 nuclei.
Okay,
Okay?
Is that debris around it?
Huh?
Is that debris around?
It is poop.
Dysentery.
Because that specific, organism is known for the cystase to have 4 nuclei.
I ran out of storage.
That was kind of a question, kind of not, I don't know if I'm okay. I have a question about the next one though.
Is it diamond ring?
So.
It is.
I was pretty sure, my computer's not that I can't open anything else. I was pretty sure that we decided that we could say malaria and you would say it was right, correct?
If I ask for clinical significance, malaria is fine.
But if not, you want to say.
If I ask for the genus, I want plasmodium.
Plasmodium.
And if I ask for the class, I want Apicomplexa. And if I ask for what is this thing, you could say
Red blood cell.
trophozoite, you could say ring structure, you could say merozoite. All of those are correct. Why is this hard?
I haven't known any of this.
But we have to know the 2 different plasmodiums or just plasmodium?
Just plasmodium.
Okay.
Because remember, Amy made the motion, it was voted on, and we only need to know the genus except for the two genera that have multiple representation.
Good
I
job,
wanted the
Amy.
whole thing.
Okay.
Good
Yes,
work.
Tran?
Does Plasmodium has the ova?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Does Plasmodium has ova?
No, it's a protozoan. It has a cyst and trophozoite.
Oh, cyst,
state.
yes, cyst.
Yes,
I have a question, so there's 2 different things that have 4 nuclei.
yes. So one of them is perfectly round, that's entamoeba, and the other one is oval, that's Giardia. Okay? Oh,
This
what do you
one.
see here, huh?
Oh, there's the.
Apex?
What does that mean?
Operculum or?
Operculum, and it's flat.
Mhm.
So what's the stage of development? Ova. What's the genus?
The clono,
No,
no?
Fasciola.
Ah.
What's the clinical significance? Clinical significance?
Liver infection.
Hepatitis is fine, that's a fair thing. Hepatic portal disease, something like that,
No.
okay?
But you could say like liver infection.
Liver infection is fine,
This is fasciola?
fasciola. What is the class? Trematoda. Lemon, football. What does that mean? Trichuris, very good. Class,
Nematode.
Nematoda, common name,
Rootworm.
rootworm.
It also has an operculum, right?
It has 2 pores.
2 pores.
Which one? Oh, okay.
2 pores and 2 caps.
At the end.
Okay? So,
Cilia.
so tell me what it is.
Cereophora.
Balantidium, stage of development.
It's a
It
trophozoite.
has to be, because it's cilia.
Yeah.
It has to be a trophozoite.
So there wouldn't be paramecium on the test?
There, would you like me to put
No.
paramecia on? I'm just, Tram, I know that you like to be challenged. You and Isabella have gone to the same school of I wanna be challenged.
No, you don't have to.
What is this thing
never
called
went
right here?
there.
Where?
What is this thing called?
Macronucleus?
Macronucleus.
And it grows to look like a little kidney.
Oh,
I
I
think it
see
looks like
it.
a set of lungs right
Or
there.
it looks like a kidney in
Yeah.
in the other stage.
Some make a peacock tail out of my head for after.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything about that. You remember it the way you remember it, okay? Okay, check it out. Hot pink.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
acid fast.
Only one you can know by color. It's acid fast. What's the genus?
Cryptosporidium.
Cryptosporidium, it's right there in case you
Yep.
didn't see it. All right. Genus, class.
Epicomplexa.
Apicomplexa. So stage of development is only the cyst. I told you I only showed the cyst.
Okay.
Clinical significance,
Dysentery.
what? Cyst. And stage of development, so what did I say? Oh, clinical significance?
Dysentery. No?
Cryptosporidium. Oh, look at you. Or dysentery. What fraction of the population is more susceptible to this infectious agent?
Immunocompromised.
Immunosuppressed.
Compromise?
AIDS patient, immunosuppressed. Okay?
HIV?
Not HIV, because
So
you
you
can be
wanna-
HIV positive and have a beautiful immune system still.
So you want us to say
AIDS.
immunosuppressed instead of immunocompromised?
Either one is fine. Those both mean the same thing.
So it's not HIV.
No, because you can be HIV positive but still have a really great immune system. Okay? Alrighty then. Uh-oh. Tell me what you see.
Pumpkin seeds.
Not a pumpkin seed, pinworm, that's what it is. Okay? Does anybody know how adults check for pinworms with kiddos? Look at the poop. You know, what's that? Flashlight and tape.
Flashlight in the night.
Flashlight and tape, that's correct.
Yeah.
In tape?
Is that gonna be like
Could
an
be
extra
stapled
credit?
with-
No, it's just for fun. Isabella, kiddos, they're scratching their bum, they go to bed, you go in there when they're asleep, you get a flashlight, you put down their undies, turn the flashlight on. Sometimes the one is like, here I am. Other times, there's nothing there, spread the cheeks, take a little piece of tape, put the tape down there, put it on slide, send it to a microbiologist, they'll tell you what it is. Do this to your own kids because, you know, there's a lot of things going on these
It ended up being
days. you know.
strep. That's all
Don't
that
take
from
a
the
shot.
back, sorry.
Okay, DUC, tell me,
Bananas.
bananas,
Oh.
half moons, canoes, stage of development,
Trophozoites.
trophozoite, class,
Toxoplasma.
genus, toxoplasma. Name one very common reservoir.
Cats.
Kitties,
Oh, yeah.
another,
Bats?
birds,
Oh, with birds?
not bats.
Yeah.
Starts with a B though. Okay. What's the clinical significance?
Dysentery.
That's very fair. Toxoplasmosis, but septicemia, whatever, right?
Is it okay if we remember like toxoplasmosis?
That is science. You can get away with a lot knowing that. I told you, you know, ACEs or OSIS, depending on what the Latin terminology is, right?
Yeah.
It's a very fair thing. And it is a very knowledgeable person who can use that terminology correctly.
Isn't it called
I might have to come up with a special exam for you. Hot pink.
Cryptosporosis.
Okay. Uh-oh, male or female?
Which one?
Male.
Male, very good. Genus,
Nematode.
that's class.
Oh.
Genus,
Trichuris?
Trichuris, common name,
Whipworm.
whipworm. Nicator.
Gator, look at those.
How did you
three
say
teeth.
Necator? It's Necator. Ooh, that sounds so Star Warsy.
He's a boss and he collects orbs in his set. For the
Wow.
ova.
This is the schizo.
That takes a lot of energy to do that.
Schistosoma.
I remember it.
That's
I'm
Schistosoma,
gonna have a
yeah.
stiff drink on that one.
Collects orbs.
Okay, okay.
Caption bubble,
Schizosoma ova.
stage of development,
Ova.
Ova. Class,
Archaeozoa.
I like her like,
Trematode.
look, it's one.
Amorphous.
Entamoeba.
Oh.
Oh, this is the muscle one.
This is the muscle one.
Yeah.
This is
Now
the
think
cyst.
about, this is the muscle one to yourself during the practical, don't like spread it out loud. Okay, this is trichinella. Bumpy,
Oh.
Ascaris.
ascaris, stage of development.
Ova.
Mm,
Is it?
It's over.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, this is the one where it like
Isn't
really
it like
turns.
the female?
that's the esophageal bulb or the esophageal pouch. Has a spicule, one spicule, is it male or female?
Male.
Male. What is the genus?
Enterobus.
Anaerobus. What's that?
I think I got it
You
confused with
point
the
it
other
like,
one.
I don't know, you start, when you start
Sorry.
pointing, I start listening.
So I thought it was a female because one of them, but I'm
It
trying
has
to
a,
get
it has a
confused.
spicule.
Yeah, cause like.
It's not tapered at the end. So you need to listen, be sure you listen to when I say things. I don't know that this is gonna show up. I mean, there are too many organisms. I'm just gonna pick the ones I think are cool at the time.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, wait, go back.
Go back.
Those were the.
Do we need to know all the
pieces
other
of
components?
What's the rule?
We didn't talk about it.
We
so we're not
voted,
gonna do
we
it.
voted, there was a motion, you voted on it, you said no anatomical structures.
Is that the liver flatworm?
That is
Or
Clonorchus. That is Clonorchus. All right,
Oh, this little stinker.
male or female?
That's the
Female.
female.
Genus,
She's a soma.
schistosoma. Class,
Trematoda.
Trematoda. Where would it normally be found?
Blood.
In the blood. Very good. Okay, very large organisms, what are these things here? What are these things here?
Suckers.
Genus and species?
Xenia solium.
Class,
Nematode.
no, Cestoda.
Also called the pigworm.
This is the pork tapeworm. Not the pigworm. The pigworm is something different, all right?
Pork tapeworm. Okay.
It's the pigworm! Oh, look at the corticated area. What's the stage of development?
Ova.
What, name the two genera that this might represent?
Cestoda.
Tania and,
Saginato.
no,
No,
Echinococcus.
What?
Echinococcus. Oh, you might call it Echinococcus.
Echino.
But it's not Echino, it's
I
Echino.
don't ever remember that word. That's one school was in True.
And that's, speaking of which,
That's what that is.
that's what that is.
One skull like somewhat.
Oh,
And three proglottids.
3. This guy's really dangerous.
It is, this is extreme.
boy.
If they ever told me you get to not select one parasite to not acquire, I'm gonna say, do not give me Echinococcus. It is terrible. Hiatic, sans hiatic disease, bad, very
And
bad.
then you asked about clinical relevance, like
One more time, Tron?
for clinical relevance is you said like it affects every cavity.
Every single part of the body. You can add itis to anything,
Okay.
encephalitis.
Sepsis, right?
So.
You could say sepsis. I mean, there's just so many things. Okay?
Kibbies,
Should you what?
on your lab practical
Matrix.
matrix, you put hydatid disease.
Hiatic disease, that just means that it forms X-axis.
So can we put that?
You could say that. If I ask for clinical significance, you say hiatic disease, that's fair.
What was this one?
Hiatic disease,
Why do you need a different word? What is it?
X-axis.
I'm sorry.
X-axis?
E-X?
Uh-huh,
Sax, S-A-C-S.
uh-huh. Okay. Oh, we're done. Y'all are ready. Bless you.
Some of y'all are ready.
For
So
toxoplasma, is it dysentery?
Toxoplasma?
Huh?
No. That's the one thing you should not guess. Anything else? So you can guess septicemia, encephalitis,
Toxoplasmosis.
retinitis. You can do anything. Causes blindness, abortion, anything like that. But not. That's the only one. Dysentery, no. That's the only thing. Anybody else?